When I think about critical and creative thinking, I think of them as very intertwined aspects of a process of critical and creative thinking. So that often starts with raising a new question or formulating a new problem, gathering and assessing information, coming up with multiple alternative ideas for how to approach the question or how to approach the problem, considering alternatives of the problem, reaching reasoned conclusions, and then effectively communicating that. And within that, I think important aspects of it are intellectual risk-taking and self-reflection along each stage of the process. In all of our disciplines, for all of our careers, to be a leader and even to be a person that's really depended upon, you do have to be a creative thinker. You have to be able to identify problems, identify questions, and be able to figure out on your own how to solve those. But even from a larger perspective, in our everyday lives, critical and creative thinking is so important. Who are you going to vote for in the next election? What daycare are you going to choose for your children? You know, what phone are you going to buy? Everything, all of these things require those skills. And so just living a normal, happy life and having human relationships, we need these skills. I think that most people understand that critical thinking is a skill that can be developed through practice and feedback. But I think there's a misconception among most people that creativity is something that's innate. And that's just not true. Creativity is something that can be developed. Practice and feedback in becoming creative it's a cognitive process that you can develop. And the other thing is that creativity is really synthesizing things into something new. So creativity doesn't not necessarily mean creative in the arts. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a painter or a sculptor. Scientists need to be creative, engineers need to be creative, social scientists need to be creative, obviously people in the humanities need to be creative in their careers, but we all need to be creative in our lives every day, and it is a skill that we can develop better. When students are selecting their classes, if they can choose courses or faculty that teach courses that are more geared toward project-based work than simply exams, I think that that is a good way to get feedback on their critical and creative thinking. There's a lot of opportunities outside the class as well. Engaging in undergraduate research is one way. Another way would be service learning. If that service learning project allows students to make decisions and have ownership of that project, other kinds of leadership opportunities, the same thing. If the student is able to have ownership and make decisions and identify the questions and identify the problems. So there's a whole range of opportunities on this campus that allow you to do that.